That's the look. Hello everyone, my name is Jeremy.
And I'm Jake.
And welcome to JPop Music Monday! Woo! We are reviving JPop Music Monday in some type of capacity because we were kind of like doing it and then we weren't. It's H-E-A-R, we are here!
H-E-A-R?
Yeah.
Here.
So to kick off this whole thing, we are going to be reviewing a newer to my repertoire group, one that was introduced to me through my friend Gus, who then I introduced to Jacob, and it's the Wagakki Band!
Woo! Wagakki Band was founded in 2013. Their audio style is a mix of classic Japanese instruments, hence the Wagakki, part of their name, combined with Western rock music to create their own very unique sound. They originally started as a Vocaloid cover band, and
what?
Yeah. They have since branched into their own songs, one of which we will be talking about today. What really makes them stand out to me instrumentally is that while they do have a guitar and a bass and a traditional drummer, his name is Wasabi. I think that's really cool. They also have a shamisen, which is a traditional stringed instrument, and then they also have a koto, which the koto is basically like, it's a Japanese dulcimer.
Raise your hands if you know what a dulcimer is. I don't know what that is. It sounds like a pastry.
But all these things combine together to create for a very unique sound. This is matched also with the visual aesthetic of the band, which they combine very like punk rock makeup and piercing and tattoos with very traditional Japanese style in kimono and hair and stagecraft, and it just makes for a unique experience, which I think it's even cooler that they started as like a Vocaloid cover band.
What really drew me to the band was the fact that they are combining traditional Japanese instrumentation, traditional Japanese sensibility with the way that they're singing and presenting themselves, along with this very modern way of presenting rock, and they're kind of combining J-pop, J-rock, and creating this cool fusion, and they're also really holding on to and maintaining a lot of those cultural aspects that a lot of young Japanese people are realizing is kind of fading away, and this group is maintaining that and upholding that tradition. I think that's really cool. The song we want to focus on more in this particular review is Synchronicity, which I think is their most recent. We recently discovered it.
It's our most recent Wagakki.
Our most recent discovery. Aesthetically, I think the band has my favorite look. Their aesthetics are just freaking killer, and I get a huge fashion boner all the time, and just thinking about, I think they're just really fantastic. Whoever's styling them, whoever is pulling outfits out and modernizing them and cinching them in and giving them these cool corsets and things, I think that whoever's doing that is a genius because it's so cool.
Genius! I appreciate that the drummer is shirtless a lot.
I just think that they're a really freaking cool band. Like, how cool is that to bring tradition into modern...
Tradition!
Yeah, modern ideas, you know? I don't see anyone in America doing that. But I mean, what do you even see? Some Puritan women coming out like churning butter in a music video.
What would even be a traditional American instrument? Like
that little drum. Dun, 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 dun.
A fife.
So Synchronicity. Let's talk about
Synchronicity. The lyrics of the song talk about a man and a woman having switched bodies and simultaneously fighting each other to get their individual body back, but also wanting to go out and kind of have a good time.
And what's really cool is that that is also reflected in the music video, which I think is super cool aesthetically, because the aesthetic of the music video is definitely referencing like some type of big band swing, somewhere between the 20s and the 40s, 50s.
We're casting a wide net.
It's a wide net. I don't know what culture was like in Japan at that time, but in America it was very, the women had their role and they were doing their house thing, and the man was out doing his work thing. And to switch the roles of gender, I think that's really cool and a really strong political statement.
I also like how, in addition to the characters portrayed in the music video, they kind of push the synchronicity of switching bodies by having the lead singer and the bassist lip singing to each other singing sometimes in the video, where it'll be her voice going but it's him singing, or it'll be his voice going but it's her in camera singing. So kind of playing with that whole idea, and like Jer said, the whole aesthetic is very big band. It's like at the Tip Top Club at a hotel, and they're on stage playing, and there's so many good costumes in this video. I don't know what era they're going for, because
there's something very 20s, 30s, 40s about it, but there's also something very like 1800s about it.
The finale dress, especially for the girl in the music video, is straight out of like a Victorian steampunk aesthetic.
And that's Yuko's total aesthetic in the music video too. The outfit that she's wearing, it's very steampunk Victorian to me.
It's steampunk Victorian kimono. So the whole music video is just, it's fun and it's lively. Anything that's got a kind of a, you know, big band
kind of like swing,
big
snap
reference is very fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
They hit so many genres, but they do it so fluidly that it never slaps you. Sometimes you'll get somebody trying like a more old-fashioned sound or a very particular genre sound that's not their norm, or they switch midway through the song and you're just instantly like,
yeah,
you just hit me across the face with that. But they weave in and out of it so deftly.
They weave it. As a Japanese cultural enthusiast, and as people who have visited and are obsessed with the country and want to go back every single day of our lives, we have a very different type of perspective on this band. Like, we're like totally about it and totally thinking it's the coolest thing on earth. I'm very curious what Japanese fans think of it, you know, because I think it's very different from the scene.
And they're doing it by mixing traditional Japanese aesthetics and instruments with Western rock music and Western instruments, which is exactly what I know when we were in Japan. I saw a lot of that gravitation towards Western ideas, which, stop, we're not that great. And so, you know, hooking them in with that sort of, with the Vocaloid cover, with the, you know, traditional Western rock music, but then being like, do you know what a shamisen is?
Nope, not a clue.
You're gonna go look it up now, because you're like, what is that weird string instrument that she's playing with a little flat pickly pluck? Like, it's just, it's cool, and I really appreciate that. So all that to say, Wagakki Band is really, really cool. They obviously have way more songs than Synchronicity. You can find a lot of their music videos on YouTube, and I strongly suggest you look them up because they are a trip in and of themselves. You can probably find their music on Spotify. I know some of it's on Apple Music. That's how I have it on my listening device. But yeah, look them up.
They're really cool, and all their music is great. I have yet to be disappointed by any of their songs so far. Some bands, I'm like, I'll listen to some of their music, and I'm like, oh, this is really cool. Then I get like 3 songs in, and I'm like, why did you make this song? I never want to hear it again.
I take it back, get it from my site.
I'll listen to these 2 songs and no more than that. And I feel like all their songs are fantastic. They're all 10s. 10s across the board.
Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been JPop Music Monday. We'll be back with more reviews in the future. If you have a band or artist that you think we should review or look into,
that's a good suggestion.
Put them down in the comments. Let us know. You can also find us on Twitter. We'll be here whether you like us or not. So
yeah, we used to say that, huh?
Yeah, we did.
That was a long time
100 years later. So come back and watch more videos. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.